everyone. Today we're going to be learning how to make a paper boomerang. And before we get started with learning how to make a paper boomerang, I'm going to introduce you to the Nearpod app because all of our lesson today can be downloaded and accessed via the Nearpod app so you can follow along to learn how to fold and make your own paper boomerang. This here is the QR code to scan on Google Play or the Apple App Store to access Nearpod, Nearpod, so you can use the app to learn how to fold a paper boomerang. And whenever you go to log inside, you can use this website here. This web address will take you to the login page here for students here, where you can put in a special code to log in to access the lesson. Or you can also use, once you've downloaded the app, you can use the Nearpod app login here to log in with the code. And this again here is the QR code for the Nearpod app.
好，那现在呢，就请各位拿出你的手机或者是你的平板，然后呢，请你输入这个 Nearpod Nearpod， 然后搜寻，你就会看到呢，会有这一个画面出现。或者是呢，如果你是扫描那个 QR code 的话呢，会出现的是这个画面。那就请各位呢输入密码，才可以做今天课程的练习。
Yes, and today, this is the code for the lesson today. Once you have the app, you can log in with this code, or if you want to, you can just scan this QR code right here, and it'll take you right in. If you go and use the app, or the website, you can log in either here at the student portion or with the app and put this code in here. But this is the QR code for the lesson today, so if you scan this, it'll take you directly to the lesson.
好，那就请各位呢输入这一串密码，然后来做登入。
But just to warn you though, there's a limit of 75 possible logins, so you have to log in quick if you would like to access the lesson.
好，那如果你登入之后呢，发现说，没有办法成功登入的话呢，可能是因为呢达到了人数75的上限，那就请你晚一点再来试试看，可不可以成功登入。
Yes, and today we're going to learn how to make a paper boomerang, making a paper boomerang. And you can see all of these different colorful boomerangs we can design some like these boomerangs that we have over here as well to design your own once we're finished. And here's another example here of some more boomerangs with some more traditional patterns that you might find from the place where boomerangs are from. And Teacher Sunny, where are boomerangs from?
I see a kangaroo. Maybe it's from Australia.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct. They are from Australia. Australia is the traditional place where boomerangs would be known to be endemic and where they're always found and from. They'll be found all over the world, but Australia is the #1 place that is known for boomerangs. Yes, and what does a boomerang do? Well, whenever you throw a boomerang, as you can see here in this graphic here, as you throw it, it will fly and spin and come back to you, which is a very unique property about a boomerang, which we're going to learn to make today. Yes, and well, now the first thing we have to cover is how to throw a boomerang so it can come back to you. Now the first thing we have here, first you need to throw the boomerang. Throwing the boomerang, yes. And once you throw the boomerang, it has to have something. It has to spin. Yes, spin. And once it spins, it has a leading edge. And these two leading edges. And the two leading edges cut through the air in a way that has one leading edge here and one leading edge here on two opposite sides. While the other edges, the two back edges, are thicker and have more weight. And as it spins through the air, it uses something called an airfoil to allow it to spin and fly in the air. And as it spins and flies in the air, this allows it to come back and fly in a circle and come back to you. Yes.
因为呢，回力镖呢，它有一个就是那个形状，所以呢，会在空气就是在旋转的时候呢，它就会回来你这边。
And today, to make our paper boomerang, we're going to need some paper, markers, and some scissors. Yes. Yes, and scissors, great. And you can just use regular A4 paper too. If you have any A4 paper, you can make it very simply with this kind of paper. Yeah, specifically the A4 size. And first thing we're going to need to do, we're going to take our piece of A4 paper. So we get a piece of A4 paper, and you're going to have to fold it in half. Fold it in half first. And after you've folded it in half, then you can go and you can rip it into two smaller pieces. You can take it and cut it, I should say. You should use scissors to cut it into two smaller pieces. All right, and once you have the two smaller pieces, you can take one smaller piece, and then you can take that piece and fold it in half. Like so, folding the piece of paper in half, like so, like Teacher Sunny is doing over here, folding in half. Yes, and after you fold it in half, you can open it up and then fold two sides into the center. One side over to the center and one side over to the center again. And again, over to the middle where you have that folded line down the center. Fold it to there. And then after you folded it this way, you can fold it over into half. Good, excellent. And once we get to the other half here, then we can take the top edge here and we can fold down some smaller triangle shapes at the very ends there, some smaller triangle pieces there. As you can see over here with Teacher Sunny as she is folding it over there, the smaller triangles in the corners over here, smaller pieces at the top. Good. And then once we have that, you can open up the piece of paper. You can unfold it, yes, and open up the piece of paper. And you can see here, once you open it up, you can fold a piece down. Fold one piece down here, one piece down. And once you've folded this piece down, you can see there's a square triangle right here in the center, this square, with kind of two triangles together here. Yes, so maybe a total of 4 smaller triangles in the center there. Yes, and you will take this piece of paper, once it's like this, and you will take this part here, and you'll kind of turn it to the side. And you can take this piece here, and you need to put your finger underneath, like Teacher Sunny is doing over here, and put this piece up, that side piece up here. This side piece comes up on this edge here, and there will be a piece to push up here, and it will push down together into a piece here, that comes together and meets at the corners. Yes, good. And once it's met at the corners here, yes, you have these pieces, goes in, it folds over until you have these two edges meeting, and this side is up. One side is up, and these two are flat here. And then once we have that, we can then take this side piece over here and fold it over this way. To the side here.
Teacher Greg,
yes.
Can you help me?
Yes, I can. See, once we have this piece here, you fold it here, okay? And we need to fold this piece up to here, like this.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. And then this piece can go down and under like this, or it goes across this, like this here. And have this corner here. Once we have it here, it should look something like this, okay? Yes, like this. And as you can see here on the board here, as we fold it over, you can see this portion here with this piece folded up. We need to then open up this top part here. Open it up slightly. And this piece here needs to fold down and go inside of this piece here. Yes. So it goes on and slides inside. And once we have that, we have the basic form of the shape for our boomerang, which will look something like this once it's completed. But there's something different about my boomerang as opposed to Teacher Sunny. You see, the ends are slightly different, and we need to fold these pieces next, and I'll show you how to fold those here. And taking a look here, so we need to look at the two ends here. Here's one that's almost finished here. And you look here at the two ends, just like Teacher Sunny's. Yes, and you need to fold down in these corners. You take the corners, you need to fold down and make small triangles down on one side. And then you can fold over and then fold over to another side, to the second side. I'll fold it down here, and then back over to the other side as well. Good. And after we have done that, then we can open up, you can look here, see the edges here, and see how they open up slightly. You need to open up these pieces slightly after they're folded down here. And after they're folded down, we need to go and take it, and there is a kind of, there's two triangle pieces here. You can see here in the center here, you can kind of see, there's a little bit side of one side, and there's one small piece of paper that sticks out here. You need to take your finger and push this part down and in, and you'll make a triangle that goes down like this, okay? Kind of goes inside like this. And there's an opening here. And you can take the other smaller triangle, folded piece at the other, have the other side, and fold it down and inside over here on this side, on the opposite side. Like so. Okay, yes, excellent. And you do it to the opposite side as well. The opposite side as well. Once it goes inside, then we can fold it down and inside again. Down and inside again. And there we have our paper boomerang. Our paper boomerang, which is now complete. So you can see here through the slides here as well. Going through here, folding this piece down inside, and then having the other piece and getting it over and going down and inside. Yes, and completing our boomerang here. Yes. Great. And once we have our boomerang completed, we can take our markers. Once we're finished, and we can decorate our boomerang in any different ways or patterns that we might like to. Maybe you might like to do some themes of Australia, maybe some kangaroos or koalas or platypuses or didgeridoos, or other kinds of patterns that are very fun and exciting that you might like to add to your boomerangs to make them look very, very interesting,
好，那如果呢你已经做完的话呢，你可以呢拿出你的色笔来，然后呢把你的那个回力标做装饰。
Yes, and today, wrapping up here, we're going to take a look at our Nearpod portion of our lesson today. And with Nearpod, after we've completed making our paper boomerang and decorating it, we're going to go and use Nearpod to record what we can do with our boomerang here. So we go to Nearpod, you go to the Nearpod website, we need to put our name in, and we click on the blue button to join the lesson, And once we go inside, we'll be able to see the lesson here. And as we push this blue button over there, Teacher Sunny, thank you. It'll go to the activity here where we can record our information. And we have a few open-ended questions we have here. Yes. You can check. Okay, so now record the audio on this slide. So this one, yes. You're going to be able to record what we have here if we want to say. So now you can throw your boomerang by its center. So the first thing we're going to do is to take our paper boomerang we had, and we're going to try to throw it by holding it here in the center. So we throw it in the center and see what happens when we throw it in the center. What happens? Does it throw and fly and come back to us? Ours flew and it went away. So we can try to type in your answer here. Either type in your answer, or you can also click on this button down here and record into your phone or your tablet what happened and tell me the answer in English or in Chinese.
好，那你做完了回力标之后呢，你在 Nearpod 上面呢，你可以试试看。像刚刚 Teacher Greg 跟我呢都有试着呢把我们的回力标呢就是丢出去。那你可以呢在上面记录下，就是呢你的回力标是有飞回来，还是就只是丢出去这样子而已。那你也可以呢。用录音的方式，然后呢来做你的那个实验的记录。
Or you can also go to our next one we have here, and you can. Next one is the next question. A second open-ended question to do this experiment right. Since we threw it the first time, we threw it here. We held it in the center when we threw it. Now this time, you can hold it here at the very end and throw it and see how well it throws. Does it fly? Does it go? Does it spin? Does it come back to you? And you can record the same answer and tell me here again.
好，那第一次呢，你是拿着回力标的中间，那第二次呢，你可以试试看拿着回力标的下方，然后呢，一样尝试丢出去，看看结果会是什么，一样呢，可以把它做记录在上面。
Very good. And we can get the next one. And the last one we have here. The last one we have, you can draw a picture of your boomerang if you like. You can go on here, you can draw a picture. Maybe you want to draw a picture of your boomerang. Here, draw the boomerang here, this corner here. Get the boomerang here, down here. There's the line here. Oh, kind of awkward looking at the screen. But yes, you can draw the picture if you'd like to. Or you can go and you can add different colors. You can change the markers to, you want to put little red lines on it. Make it decorate it in some way. Yes, you can decorate your boomerang and draw a picture of your boomerang if you like, or you can take a picture with your camera if you like, and then you can go here, you put picture here, and you can go and find the file in your phone and then upload a picture of your boomerang and share it with me so I could take a look at it as well, so you can share it with everyone and be very, very nice and wonderful.
好，那你做完实验之后呢，你可以试着呢把你的回力标呢用画的方式呢记录在平板上面，或者是呢，你可以直接用拍照的方式呢，然后把它上传上来，这样子 Teacher Gray 呢跟我就会看到你的作品跟你的实验记录咯。
All right, so I'd love to see all of your experiments, and this was really wonderful. Hopefully you can go and do this, and thank you very much to Teacher Sunny for this today. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.